I'm going to be creating a commercial for MrBeast in just 1 hour. We're going to be starting from scratch, but we're going to use some models to help us because we only have 1 hour. We cannot waste any time. And make sure, guys, to comment down below MrBeast if you like him, and let's get straight into it. So I deleted my default cube and then I imported my models. As you can see, this is what they look like, and I know they're the old feastable bars, but I have 1 hour and I don't want to make the new ones, so I just imported it from Sketchfab. Then I added in a plane, and then I scaled it up, and then I also set up the outline and the collections. So it's going to be easy for us because it's going to be a big scene. So then I quickly set up the backdrop, and this is kind of what it looks like, okay? And I set up the camera as well, so I know which parts of the scene I need to actually focus on. And then I realized that the camera is so small compared to the actual plane. So I had to scale it down, so it's going to be relative to the size of the camera. So then I'm not working with a big set. Then I made my way to the material properties and changed the color to what I was like. So I actually messed with it for, I was like, I wanted pink, then blue. And it was a bit of a mess, but I soon found out that a light blue should work. A very, very light blue should be able to work. And then I set up my camera and I started animating. I was on to animating, and this is what it was currently looking like. So I had to use trial and error to find the perfect shot, the perfect lighting, and everything was just a mess. So it took me a lot of time. It took me about 10 minutes to actually just get the position of the feastable bars right. As you can literally see, I'm moving my camera around, changing the size, and I added a few keyframes as well. Time was against me, so I had to just quickly animate the spin, add some jittery movement to the camera, and I also then animated the color of the backdrop, so when it's spinning around, then the color will change. And then this is what all I could do because I wanted to add some other shots in my scene. So on to our next shot. I imported a feastable model, and then the worst thing happened to me. My blender crashed. So then quickly just pressed that button and didn't waste any time and got straight on with it. And then I started animating the camera using my graph editor to get the exact position, because you know me, I try to make everything perfect no matter what time scale I have. For the second camera shot, so I'm going to use all of the feastable bars. So I quickly arranged them, and as you can see, it took a lot of time. It took me approximately 7 minutes just to align them, and as you can see, it's kind of fast forward. It took me approximately 7 minutes and 21 seconds if I use my seconds as well. So I'm actually precise, and I didn't want to waste any more time, so I just did a quickly rough position, and then I quickly animated them. So I animated a quick spin to it as well. So it wasn't an exact spin. I'm not going to give everything away, but this is what it is. Time was ticking, so I couldn't waste any time. I went on to my third shot. So I got my cookies, scaled them up, positioned them in the camera view, and I quickly just added some movement to them, added a little spin to it, and then I just added the camera, animated the camera. I didn't have any time. I only had about 7 minutes to actually complete it because I took so much time perfecting the first 2 shots that it took me. I literally have 10 minutes left for the last 2 shots, so I literally need to hurry up. So here is a quick speed run of how I was animating it. So as you can see, it's a lot of keyframes. I added some keyframes, they're all 4 of them, and I quickly had to repeat it. I just did some duplication as well to speed things up, but it took me in total about 4 minutes to add that shot. So it's 6 minutes left, but I'm not going to count the render in it, so I have 6 minutes left to complete my last shot. I only had 4 minutes left, so I quickly had to re-import or duplicate my used model. So I quickly duplicated that, and then I animated a falling animation for the feastables bar, and then I also combined the cookie. So in the last shot, I'm going to have the cookie and the feastable bars together, and just like that, I was done. So it took me 59 minutes. I had 1 minute left, and I completed the challenge, and I created a commercial for MrBeast. It might not be up to standard, it might not be the latest feastable bars, but we are looking at the animation. So please tell me in the comments how you liked the video.